Hello everyone and welcome to another video on Tana. This time I'm gonna show you a cool AI command that I've written, and it was inspired by someone on Slack. So they saw my video where I sort of created a command to convert something like this, like meeting with Andre Foucan and John Doe, into something that is actually tagged, like in this case it would be something similar to that. And I was wondering if I could actually go a little bit further. So instead of doing this, I wanted to try something a little bit harder, and what I came up with was this. So let's record a bit of audio. In this case, let's start. Remind me to prepare for my exam next week and to buy the book Stillness is the Key for my mother. So I'm using a little tool, by the way, to quickly record some audio, and I'm going to drop this audio file into Tana for transcription. Now this feature was recently added and is very useful, but I actually created my own command that doesn't just transcribe it, but actually it will convert it into something a little bit more powerful. So what you can see here is that it's first transcribing it, then it is actually converting it, and now you can see that it prepared my exam on the correct date, and it even tagged the book The Stillness is My Key for my mother. It also tagged them as to-dos. So as you can imagine, this is a really cool feature because you can easily sort of dump stuff in your inbox and then from there get structured information. Now I'll share the template for this because it's a little bit much, I think, for people to copy and paste, but I want to go into how something like this works. So first let's go into the first command. So we have the assistant commands, and the simplest one is the one I first run. It's that ask assistant from audio, which is basically a command that transcribes the audio, and then it runs the next command. It says ask assistant from text. Again, you don't need to know any of this. You can just use the template, but if you want to know how it works, this is how it works. Ask assistant from text, if you expand that, what I do is I add a tag. And if you click on the edit conversation, you can see I add the assistant tag. And I need that because the assistant tag, if you go into the assistant tag, we can see that I'm adding a today field. And if I go into the today field, I also set it to the current date. And I need this in order to do relative time, because else the AI doesn't know what day today is. So by adding the assistant tag, I get the relative day, actually today, which then I can use in the AI command. So if you look at the prompt, you can see that this is the following prompt, and this is all of the magic that actually happens. Parse the following commands and rewrite them as to-dos. Rewrite relative dates as actual dates. And here you can see that I use today is today. I also said tag entities in the text by wrapping them in double square brackets. You can tag things like a book or a person or an article, but only tag things you're sure of. And split multiple to-dos in the same sentence into multiple lines, all tagged with to-do. And then I have a few examples that will teach the AI to say, hey, if I say something like tomorrow and today was this date, I want you to convert it to a date in this format. And again, I'm also showing it that I want them to be tagged as to-do. Here, I'm hoping that it will know that this is a book, and because it is basically trained on all of the knowledge on the internet, it will probably know this, unless it's a very new book, and then it might not know it. Tag it as a book, and this will actually take the first node it finds in your library. So you need to have it in the library, else it will add a new one. And here's the last one. Go to the post office and post a letter, and this is to teach it that if there's multiple things in one sentence, I want them as separate to-dos. And then simply say, hey, the input is the content, which is a specific title expression that can be used in prompts to only identify the children and not the top node, and then the output. I also use GPT-4 in this case, so you can use 3.5, but I've had some less good results. Again, if you want to change it, go in and change it. I will publish it as a 3.5, so for now I will change it into the 3.5 model and I'll publish it and I'll share that one. But know that I've had better results with the 4 API, so if you have access to that, that would be the best. So I'm gonna do this, publish it, share as template, and we'll copy the link and I'll put that in the description of this video. Okay, thank you.